So one of the exercises for strengthening the wrist we're going to get Donna working on is working on pulling down into a palm down position. So we have the tubing, if I'm holding onto it here, but Donna would affix it onto the doorknob or something secure at home, and she can work on rotating her palm down towards the floor, and the tubing will give her some tension to give resistance. Now we can increase the tension to make it harder, or you can lessen the tension to make it easier for Donna so that she doesn't have to work so hard. It kind of depends on how she feels. The biggest thing is that we want her to be able to go through the full range of motion as she's able. So if it's too tight and she can't make it all the way, you'd rather keep the tension lighter. The other thing to pay attention to is that we have Donna's elbow kind of tucked in towards her waist so that we don't get whole arm movement happening, that the arm focuses on the rotation here, and her wrist joint stays in neutral so she's not twisting at her wrist to achieve that rotation. Now we also know that Donna has trouble going the other way. So we're going to get her working on turning up. So this way you can hold on to it, Donna. And if you want, you can do a grip and working on the rotation up now and pulling this way. Yeah, and this one just hold on. So we'll just watch your right wrist stays neutral. Yeah, now that might be a little too tense, so let's just shorten it up a little bit. Coming back to neutral and working through a full slow circle all the way turning up and keeping your elbow beside you. Good. And with these exercises, we're aiming for repetition and trying to work on probably 10 to 15 repetitions until we start to get tired. Have a quick rest, and then go again for 3 sets or so. Thank you. And how we're going to do a wrist flexion exercise. In this position, we have the forearm and elbow resting on the person's thigh, and we want to maintain the forearm in a neutral position so that the wrist and forearm look like they're in a straight line. We also have the band attached to the foot. And we can work now by bringing the hand up towards the ceiling against gravity into the tubing to create some resistance and strengthening the forearm. Here we have the hand just past the knee so that it can work into some wrist extension or the hand falling down towards the floor and then pulling up slowly against gravity. Again, repeating to fatigue, aiming for probably 10 to 20 repetitions, taking a short break, and then 3 sets. Now we're going to add a wrist extension strengthening exercise. In this position, we have the palm facing down, the forearm is still resting on the thigh, and the tubing is still connected underneath the foot. Here we're now lifting against gravity and strengthening our wrist extensors, which is an important muscle that we use day to day with many functions. Here we're going to work slowly against gravity, pulling up to the limit of our mobility and slowly lowering down.